Hey guys, it's Cow here and I'll be giving a guide for how to use the Recon class on Firefall. I'll be discussing a few points which we will come across during the video, so let's begin. The first thing I want to talk about is how you should use the weapon of the Recon, or the weapons to be exact. You should use the primary weapon, the R36, I believe, machine gun. I believe it's called the R36. Use from medium to long range and use your scope. This makes the weapon deadly accurate, and the damage per second is very high on this weapon. I believe it's about 80 with the standard stock weapon. And you should also try to make headshot. As you saw there, I just made a headshot which dealt 125 damage, which is extremely high. So you should definitely use this weapon for medium to long range combat, and it's very powerful and it's a very good weapon. Now when you're low on health, try to put a small medpack or a medium medpack, whatever, down. This will enable you to heal and keep a good eye on your health, because you can't see it when you're zooming in. Now one thing I do not recommend you to do is using the sniper rifle, or I mean the assault rifle. It's not really a sniper rifle, it's an assault rifle, in close range. The weapon has a poor fire rate and accuracy, so the hip fire is very poor in close range. So you should probably not do that. You should use a shotgun in those cases, and I'll come back to that later on in the video. So right now I would like to talk about abilities. There are three abilities. You have the Sin Beacon, you have the decoy, and you have the cyro grenade. Now what the decoy does is you go invisible and you plant a decoy, and the decoy stands for a few seconds and it explodes, causing a lot of damage to nearby enemies. The Sin Beacon spots all enemies in an area and makes them vulnerable, so their armor gets weakened with a specific percentage. And the cyro grenade, as you just saw there, I threw a cyro grenade. It deals quite a lot of damage. Actually, it deals a heck full of damage. And they're especially good for crowd control, so when you have a big crowd with you, then you should throw the grenade and it will deal damage to all of the enemies in that area. Now I would like to come back to the shotgun. So like I said at the beginning of the video, you should not use the R36 assault rifle or the heavy machine gun for close combat, because it has a slow fire rate and hip fire is very poor, hip fire accuracy. What you should do instead is using a shotgun. When you use the shotgun, it's a lot better. Just try to aim for the body and not for the head. When you try to aim for the head, you have a chance that you will miss most of the projectiles, because the shotgun works according to a specific mechanism. Normal guns, of course, have just one bullet flying through the air at a time, or, well, multiple bullets, but in one straight line. And the shotgun has a spread. Now, how tighter the spread is, how more damage you deal, and how more particles you hit, because the shotgun practically shoots balls, I think, or just small fragments. Now, the more fragments you hit, the more damage you deal, which is obvious. So, when you try to shoot the head, it's not really useful, because the head is just a small target. I know you deal additional damage because you make a headshot, but still, you will deal so much more damage when aiming for the body with the shotgun, so you should try to do that. Now, there are some other things I wanted to talk about as well. So right now I'm doing a mission right here, just cleaning the whole house by myself, making good use of my abilities as well as my shotgun. As you see there, I planted the decoy to distract the Juggernaut. Unfortunately, the Juggernaut did walk away, but that's no problem, because I got invisible for a second, distracting him and making him confused, giving me the ability to reload and all, and just prepare for making some headshots and killing him. Now, as you see here, I'm killing a sniper. You really want to watch out for snipers. They deal half, they damage half of your health on this game, once you start out. And that's because of the fact that enemy snipers do really high damage. Even with a dreadnought, they deal about 25 to 30 or 35%, I'm not sure, damage. Even though the dreadnought has a lot more health, and the Recon class has only 950 health. So, and the dreadnoughts have about 1500 base health, I believe. And even then, they deal 25 to 30% damage, which is quite a lot for a sniper. So, as a Recon, you want really to watch out for enemy snipers. Now, other things I suggest you do once you start with the game is immediately start doing Ares mission. At first you'll die a lot of times, and to be honest, everyone has that. I had it as well when I started out first. I died billions of times, to be honest, during those missions, and it's really hard to stay alive. Once you start getting the ropes of the game, then you'll die less often and the missions will become easier and you'll enjoy the game a lot more. So as you see there, I'm crowd controlling a lot with the cloak ability. That's not a useful tip. When you plant your decoy in a big group, the whole group will actually get distracted by the decoy and they will all start to attack it. Now if they are all gathered around the decoy and it explodes, then they all get a huge damage blast, causing most of them probably to die, because it can kill enemies within just one single hit. And if not, you can just throw your cyro grenade at them, which is your third ability, and then that will finish them off. Now as you see here, I cleared the Ares mission without too much trouble, so I want to end up the guide for you as well, guys. If you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe, and I want to thank you for watching and see you next time.